and welcome to the most must-see pro wrestling podcast on YouTube today. It is The Closed Fist. I'm Russ. It's Joey down there. Joey Fingers
is
and the far left. And this guy, Will. He's bitter.
Hey now.
Will the Reverend Fist.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm the father. I'm the Reverend. What am I this week?
I thought I was father.
They're kind of churchy, aren't they?
I don't know. Somebody called me father yesterday. It was that was weird.
Awkward.
Did I get
We
served
have
with
daddy
papers?
issues over here. Daddy issues.
Did I get served with papers? It's weird.
Daddy issues.
Did you get to knock on the door on Father's Day?
Yeah, right.
Oh, my goodness. The story that is kind of
This is big,
getting legs right now because it
As I made note in the last segment.
It really was.
Just saying, dropped it.
Just say drop it. We're gonna drop it low. Yeah.
I don't ever want to see you drop it low, Russ.
Ever.
Drop it like it's hot, pick it up like it's cold.
Ever. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell in the mic.
Oh my goodness. The story that is starting to pick up some steam is Brock Lesnar not defending the Universal title at SummerSlam.
Because he's a bitch.
Ooh.
Sorry, I actually like a show with a champion that actually shows up. I understand Roman Reigns'
Valid
anger,
point.
even though he's a bitch too.
Man, who do you like?
Anger. No.
The Monster in the Bank, of course.
Did you have vinegar this morning? Because it's like really.
And piss.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, I mean, it looks like it's a distinct possibility, if not a for sure thing, at this point, that Brock Lesnar will not be defending the Universal title at SummerSlam. Okay,
Yeah.
let's have at it.
In the realm of the wrestling business and like from storylines to business and the whole deal, this is kind of a big thing, you know. Like
You have four major pay-per-views.
You have a guy who is your representative of your company as your signature Universal Champion,
And just broke the record of
CM Punk.
Yeah.
CM Punk.
You know, but I guess CM Punk was the heavyweight champ. He wasn't the Universal champ.
Well, heavyweight,
It's all
but
the same
still,
shit.
I mean, it's
I know.
the title. It's the title.
The most prestigious.
But anyway, he's not going to be at one of your big four, like Joe was saying, one of your big four pay-per-views.
Yeah, it's one thing if he's injured or something like that, but that's not the case.
Or the possibility of that.
But that's not the case. We know it's not the case. The man hasn't been on television since
WrestleMania.
No, since India.
Oh, India.
Yeah.
When he got speared through the cage.
And that's like, what, going on 3 months?
Yeah.
I mean,
is Braun going to have to show up at a UFC event and take him out and win a title there? Is that how this is going to happen?
I just want, if I could ask Vince McMahon, I mean, there's a ton of questions I could ask Vince McMahon.
You would ask about Fox Sports, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and then get thrown out the
MSG.
door. But one question that I would love to ask Vince, if I ever had the chance, is what does he see in Brock Lesnar that gives Brock Lesnar this much leeway?
I'll tell you right now. Dollar signs.
But is it dollar signs anymore? I mean, because if
Even though he's gone for 3, 4, 5 months at a time, that crowd pops every time he walks in that arena. His merchandise sells. I hate to say it because I'm pissed off about the situation myself, but it's dollars. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
He and Goldberg drew big money.
Yeah, Goldberg was a waste fucking too.
but
I'm saying that drew big money. Those two drew big money.
It's the name. It's not what they do. Brock's not even a great wrestler. He's got like 4 moves.
2 moves.
Exactly.
If you're gonna do that, but I just, man,
Really
I'm
hurts
telling
people.
you. I mean, I go over the course of history of pro wrestling. I can't remember a guy like this.
No.
Oh, and ever.
It's an exclusive contract that he got away with whatever he wanted.
But here's the thing: is Brock Lesnar really a draw anymore? And I'll preface this with this: you're talking about a guy 10 years ago that when he left WWE and went to UFC, he became a legit champion.
Yes.
We can't take that away. He was, notice how I said was, a legit champion. It made sense to put the belt on him coming off of his UFC run. Now, what has he done since then?
put Goldberg over.
Yep.
That's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it. I mean, so are they living in the past with Brock Lesnar?
They live in the past all the time in this business.
That's why there's icons and legends everywhere.
Every this is the 110th episode of Raw. We're gonna bring on Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels tonight. Which everybody loves. I'm not taking anything. We all love them, but they bring all these guys. How many APA skits can you have?
There's never enough APA skits.
Yeah, but they live in the past.
Oh yeah,
they live in the past.
But is it living in the past to the point where it may be taking a toll on business?
Oh, this is killing them right now.
Here, I said this yesterday. I said it again today. It could take all the toll it wants. Yeah, we're the dumbasses just dropped $80 a ticket to go see Raw.
Yeah, we did.
That's what I'm saying. It's still going to sell tickets. It's still going to do what it's going to do.
Though, but I mean, and we talked about that. It's been ages since I've been to a show. Too. So.
But at the end of the day, they're still going to sell those tickets. And you know what? If you heard, hey, Brock hasn't been on TV in 3 months, he's going to show up in Buffalo, that's going to sell tickets.
Yeah, well, you know what? You're right about that.
And that's that mystique of not having that guy there. But at the same time, too, as Will mentioned before about Hulk Hogan, when he had the title, he didn't show up every week, but he was at every pay-per-view.
Yeah, but
he had a match once a month.
Yeah, but it was a different time, though.
Exactly.
It was a different time because when Hogan was champ in his heyday, there was no Raw, there was no SmackDown.
There was
all you had were the 1 hour Saturday morning TV shows,
primetime wrestling,
and whatnot. But
I'm not disagreeing,
which was all recorded stuff. Anyway,
yeah. So, but try. I mean, I see where you're going with it, and that's fine. But I just think that.
Well, I think he should be there way more. But I'm just saying, but back in the day, we didn't see the title as much as we have in the past few years.
But him not being
not being there at all sucks.
Him not being there right now, how much is it downgraded, that title?
Oh, the title's not worth anything.
There's a title?
Yeah, exactly. And my point, I mean,
you got a guy with money in the bank with nobody to fight.
To answer what you were saying was, he has taken. That title. What I looked at it was, I it's not mystery. Everybody knows who Brock Lesnar is, but I hated how they changed titles every other week for a long time. For a long time. I hated that crap more than I hate Brock Lesnar doing this right now. When this guy would have the title for 24 hours. What? That's downgrading it to me. That's personal opinion. Back when Kane had it for 15 minutes, Hurricane Helms won it, or whoever, I don't even know. But that made me angry. But this is almost turning it into just as bad.
Well, plus you have a locker room full of talent
with nothing to strive for.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you know what? Let's think of some of the talent that could be worthy of at least a chance. One of the guys that's coming to mind is Seth Rollins.
Yeah, he's got a little feud going on, but yeah.
But I understand he carried it well. He's
carried it well.
Totally legit.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman, he's a monster in the bank right now.
That's my boy.
I mean,
that them hands.
And I'll tell you this much: Braun Strowman has really stepped forward as far as like his mic work and his in-ring work.
And according to a story I read, someone who helped him out, Roman Reigns.
Yeah, how weird is that?
And with the way Roman is received by a lot of people too is.
I'm not going to beat that dead horse, but the way Roman gets received is not because they say he's one of the nicest, most helpful guys in the business. It's not,
Finn Balor was going on and on about him as well.
And all of us sit here and we beat him up because of the way he was forced on us and all that stuff. I'm the king of that stuff. But I can't take away what he does to help guys out and behind the scenes.
Oh, and that's awesome.
You know what? I think guys like that, first off, we don't hear enough of that stuff. Not just about Roman Reigns, but there's other guys in the back that help. I've heard nothing but great things about Luke Gallows and about Gallows and Anderson being great locker room guys.
Nerds.
But we don't hear enough of that because you know what? It's not newsworthy.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to
break a storyline by saying, hey, by the way, we're buddies outside of wrestling.
Roman Reigns is a nice guy.
But
nobody wants to hear that.
Nobody wants to hear about the good things that
Correct.
that
Well,
a guy
society
does.
we live in.
Yeah, well, that's a whole nother ball of wax. But we can throw Roman Reigns in there.
Definitely. Oh yeah.
You know,
I mean, he deserves it.
and does Finn Balor ever get a rematch?
Nah, he's too small for that picture. Until they get a smaller.
He can't.
Until you bring it.
Oh, stop.
Do you see him beating Braun? Do you see him
Stop it.
beating Brock? It's not
Did
going
you
to
see the
happen.
match that Baylor and Braun had?
Oh, yeah, 2 of them.
Yeah.
2 of them.
Yeah.
Those were good.
But he ain't going to win it.
He ain't gonna win it.
Oh, come on. Look, pro
He's-
wrestling.
he-
Pro
the way
wrestling
they
is
built up
not
Brock
real-
Lesnar, there's no way in hell he's going to beat Brock
Stop it.
Lesnar.
Pro wrestling is not real life.
What?
It's a. I know. It's not real. Sorry.
Russ, are you feeling okay?
Sorry. You okay?
We just had to describe this in the
What?
last segment.
You need a hug? Seriously? You okay? Okay.
It's like, are you trying to
Pro
bring back the
wrestling-
Rey Mysterio versus the Big Show again?
I just ruined Christmas for Will. Just so you know.
Okay.
Hey, Will, Santa's not real either.
Neither is Easter money, but
I don't celebrate.
But it's okay because Michael Myers is real.
yeah,
I got you, buddy.
he's in my backyard,
He will be.
cutting my grass. But
He's not Mexican.
I'm going to say
That's
this:
not right.
Yeah.
pro wrestling is not. It's not is about the impossible. It's about the impossible.
Yeah, it's about the underdog, the Daniel Bryans of the world. Yeah, blah, blah,
Team
blah.
hell no.
Blow it out your ass. I've heard so much of this story, it's not even funny.
Come on, but you know what though? But why not? Why not?
Why?
Why not Finn? Why not Finn Balor?
Because he's boring.
He's not boring.
Even
He
the-
puts on a good match. He's decent on the mic. Why the hell not?
Why not Drew McIntyre? I know. Why aren't you guys talking about that?
There's
yeah.
he's a sleeper.
Here we go.
He's coming.
Drew McIntyre is definitely.
He'll be there. I'm not right now. He's got the whole angle.
Yep.
Is he Dolph's bodyguard right now? Is that what that is?
Yeah,
As Seth Rollins.
Pretty much. I think it's Shawn Michaels and Diesel. Kinda.
Yeah, it's a rehash. I can see that.
It's gonna split eventually,
Yeah.
whatever. But
Is it because of the
Drew
really dark
McIntyre, here
hair
we
coloring
go.
that he's got going on?
But you talk about a guy that turned his career around by leaving WWE. Spent like a decade. I want to say a decade. I don't know exactly how long it was,
No.
but he was gone for a while. He was gone. He was out of WWE for a long time. Comes back, and now all of a sudden he really is the chosen one because he looks great on TV.
Yep.
His in-ring work is good, and the guy's mic skills are pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
So not great. I mean, he's pretty good. But let's put it this way: they're good enough to carry it.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Right.
Now, so that's another guy.
And you're also got, and it's not a favorite of mine, I think he's annoying as hell, but Bobby Lashley.
Well, they're pushing that right now.
Because you're going to have the UFC guy take it from the UFC guy,
Who's gonna be Roman Reigns or Bobby Lashley?
and I prefer neither.
Well, you're gonna have to prefer one of them.
I know, and that's the worst part is, if I have to, I would obviously choose Reigns.
I'll just say this.
Bobby Lashley's boring as hell.
Breaking news! Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I will
I'm
pick
shocked.
Reigns over Lashley.
Say again.
I will take Reigns over Lashley.
This
I am
is
not
on
a-
recording. This
I am
is
not
on
a fan of-
recording.
I don't like Bobby Lashley.
I will say this. I like Bobby Lashley. I thought he was great when he went over to TNA. I thought he developed a great career there, and also did some great work with Bellator MMA. But I just think when I see him now, I just don't think he's that guy.
Nope.
I just don't.
Nope.
And it's not a slight against him. It really isn't. But if you're looking to have somebody,
He's not a draw.
unseat Brock as champion, a guy that can rebuild the reputation of that belt, even if it's a guy you don't like. Really, the only guy that I can see doing that is Roman Reigns.
Seth Rollins.
Or I mean, I guess you could go 1A, 1B.
Or
in that.
bring back Jericho, goddammit.
Yeah, well, Jericho's in
Yeah,
Jericho's
yeah,
in Japan.
I
Right
know.
now. But I'm just saying, okay, who? I mean, the title reputation is down here, and I'll go and I'll start with Dr. Will on this. Who would be your guy to rebuild that?
Out of what they have right now,
Out of what they have right now.
right. Probably Roman Reigns or Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
I pick Braun Strowman because he is very over right now.
He is very over.
He's over like a champ.
He's over like the cars he flips on television.
But that's,
it's true.
That's your guy.
I know.
We also.
And it's over. That part's over. It's just over dramatized. It's horrible. But the in ring, the mic skills, he's got it.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said,
He's even got a little comedian. He's kind of like the new Big Show. He's got a little comedy to him. He's angry.
Don't say that. You just buried him.
No.
Don't say that.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Without the cheese level.
Yeah, but there is a fine line between comedy and cheese.
He's walking it.
In wrestling. And yes, to answer your question, it's Roman Reigns or Braun Strowman. Seth Rollins. It would be the dark horse, third guy. I'm probably drawing a blank on somebody else, but
I mean, minus the storyline, there's always Bray.
I mean, at some point you have to pick a guy, and this is probably one of the most important decisions that they've had in a long, long time, because the guy that they pick, they have to rebuild the reputation of that
I think they'll be rotating that belt. Once Brock does drop the belt, they'll be rotating that thing for a little. They'll either put it on Roman and he'll hold it, or they're going to be rotating that thing for a little while.
I think if
they're going to put it on Roman, and guess what's going to happen? Money in the bank.
Yep. Oh yeah, of course. But like I said, I think he might win it. I think there will be a lot of movement with that belt once they get it off him, and they'll see what fits. They'll see Roman's
Who's
not
the last
over.
face that has actually had that belt?
I don't think they can
CM
do that
Punk?
though.
Is that the last face that had the belt?
Could be.
When was the last time we had a face that held the belt? So if somebody picks up that belt,
Goldberg,
Finn Balor
for 45 minutes,
Goldberg was the last one because
So
Goldberg was the last champ.
Here's the thing: whoever picks it up, are they going to stay face or are they going to go the other side?
Well, here's the thing. I think whomever they pick to hold that title, they have to hold it for at least 3-4 months. Because if they say they pick Seth Rollins, and he holds it for like 3 weeks, and then they give it to
Bobby Lashley
for 2 weeks, they're doing worse.
You could throw KO in that picture too.
Kevin Owens, there's a guy, sure.
He did well with it.
Sure.
Yeah, but he needed the
help.
He needed the corporate, kind of like when Seth Rollins didn't need it, but Seth Rollins had I don't know what they called them at that point, the authority.
Yeah.
They needed the authority behind them.
And then he had Jericho.
Triple H is probably just going to win it, so whatever.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
I'm not. Oh my God.
Let him bring the name back.
No way, dude. He looks 60.
He does. Well, hey.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Like, stop it.
Well, I think we can all agree that Brock Lesnar's reign has to come to an end. It has to come to an end soon.
Sooner than later, yeah.
So when Cena comes back, he's losing the belt to Cena. All right, got it.
Oh God, please, no, please no.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
No.
You're a jerk.
Don't even put Cena's name in this conversation.
Just did.
No, too late.
Seen enough.